In a previous video, we looked at basic wrenches, what they are, how to use them, and how to stay safe. But chances are you've run into bolts or nuts where a regular wrench just isn't enough. That's where socket wrenches come in. Socket wrenches are designed to save you time, give you more flexibility, and help you tackle jobs that would be frustrating, or even impossible, with just an open end or box wrench. By the end of this video, you'll know which socket wrench to grab, how to choose the right size, and how to use it safely without banged-up knuckles. If you've ever been unsure about which ratchet to buy, or you've wasted time fighting the wrong tool, this is the video that clears it up. At their core, socket wrenches are a two-part system, a ratchet handle and a set of interchangeable sockets. Instead of gripping the sides of a fastener like an open-end wrench or boxing it in like a combination wrench, a socket slides over the fastener and surrounds it. That gives you a solid grip and allows you to quickly apply torque with a ratcheting action. The big advantage here is speed. With a ratchet, you don't have to remove and reset the tool after each turn. You simply swing the handle back and the internal gears reset the socket for the next push. It's efficient and it's flexible. Socket wrenches really change the game when they hit shops and garages. And while newer ratcheting box-end wrenches have closed the gap a little, the socket wrench remains one of the most versatile tools you can own. Let's start with the backbone of any socket system, the drive size. This is the square end on the ratchet that your sockets snap onto. The three most common drive sizes for homeowners and hobbyists are 1/4 inch drive, the smallest and most precise. Great for electronics, appliances, and small fasteners. 3/8 inch drive, the most common all-around size. This is the do-everything drive for most household and automotive jobs. 1/2 inch drive, the heavy hitter. Perfect for lug nuts, suspension bolts, and anything that needs serious torque. Unless you work in heavy industry or large machinery, you'll probably never run into the bigger sizes, like 3/4 inch drive or 1 inch drive. Those are made for tractor bolts, ship engines, and serious industrial torque. One important tip: try to stay within the same drive family for a job. Mixing and matching adapters is possible, and we'll talk about those later. But for strength, safety, and efficiency, it's best to match the right drive size to the right job. Each step up in drive size equals more torque capacity. Torque is the twisting force you apply to a fastener. The bigger the drive, the more torque you can safely apply without damaging the tool or your wrist. Here's an example. A small 1/4 inch ratchet is handy in tight spaces, but it's not meant to break free a rusted-in lug nut. A 3/8 inch ratchet is your bread and butter tool, strong enough for most bolts but still nimble. A 1/2 inch ratchet is the tool you grab when you know a fastener is going to fight back. Now that we've covered drives, let's move to the sockets themselves. These come in several flavors. 6-point sockets, the strongest option. Each flat side grips the fastener tightly, reducing the chance of rounding it off. 12-point sockets, easier to line up in tight spots since they engage twice as often, but they're a little weaker under heavy torque. Then we have shallow sockets and deep sockets. Shallow sockets are short, light, and perfect for fasteners without a long stud. Deep sockets allow you to reach nuts on long bolts or recessed studs. If you're removing a simple bolt, a shallow 6-point socket might be perfect. But if you're working with a nut on a long stud, you'll need a deep socket. Having both options in your set gives you flexibility. And then there are swivel sockets. These have a built-in joint that allows you to reach awkward angles. I've used them in cars when bell housing bolts are tucked way back where nothing else will reach. One of the best parts about socket wrenches is the accessories. Each drive family comes with its own set of extensions, and these are lifesavers. Extensions range from a couple of inches to several feet. I keep a 36-inch 3/8 drive extension in my shop, and it's perfect for reaching transmission bell housing bolts from under the car. You'll also find swivel adapters that add flexibility to standard sockets, giving you a universal joint at the end of your extension. Combine these with a long extension, and suddenly you can reach a fastener that seemed impossible. And don't forget adapters that let you connect different drive sizes. For example, a 1/4 inch socket on a 3/8 inch ratchet, or a 3/8 inch socket on a 1/2 inch breaker bar. These are handy, but remember, each adapter introduces a weak point, so use them wisely. Not all ratchets are created equal. You can buy short palm ratchets that fit in the palm of your hand, long handle ratchets for extra leverage, and flex head ratchets that can angle themselves into tight corners. Straight or bent, long or short, each has its place. But remember this, ratchets are designed for speed, not for breaking stubborn fasteners. The gears inside can strip if you put too much torque on them. That's where a breaker bar comes in. A breaker bar is a solid handle with no gears made specifically to handle the heavy twisting force of stuck bolts. Use the breaker bar to loosen, then switch to the ratchet for quick removal. Another option is power. Air ratchets, cordless ratchets, and impact wrenches can save your wrists and speed up your work. If you don't own those, even a cordless drill with a socket adapter can be a huge help for spinning out fasteners quickly, though you'll still want to snug or loosen them manually. Sockets don't stop with the standard hex shapes. There are screwdriver bit sockets, hex and Allen sockets, Torx sockets, spark plug sockets with built-in rubber inserts, and then there are impact sockets. These are thicker, usually black instead of chrome, and designed for use with impact drivers. Impact sockets absorb the shock of hammering torque without cracking. Yes, you can technically put a chrome socket on an impact gun. I've done it myself, but it's not safe. Chrome sockets can shatter under impact and send sharp fragments flying. I'm Sparky. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Sparky out.